Hello and welcome back to XCOM2 War of the Chosen. This is the 4-man run with Ballistic Weapons, only permanent dark events, and twice the enemy hit points. Gosh, what intense mission. We got another negative trait on Lieutenant Noxus, who is now Demophobia, chance to panic when encountering a Chosen. Great, that is pretty bad. This episode is going to be a bit different. We needed to stop the last one a bit earlier, so we're going to see some Geoscape play, a mission, and then some more Geoscape play, just to catch up. Remember when I said we needed some intel the last time? It's exactly going to materialize now, so let's make contact with the guys in Africa, and hopefully soon we can get inside knowledge. The effect of all weapon modification is increased. That's not too bad. I'm thinking about where to go next. New Australia looks pretty promising. Going there, however, will take one, we don't know, one, maybe 2 or 3 steps. Indonesia here seems to be in between, so 1, 2, 3 steps. So that could be a thing. The skirmishers are definitely fighting against the third chosen, the Warlock, whom we haven't seen so far. As for the continent bonuses, Great Resolve, lightly wounded soldiers can be sent into combat. Not bad, would solve some of our issues because we would just start with less HP, but we could take the prime team into combat more often. Plus we would have 2 facilities here, just to keep like the Avatar project a bit more under control. So I'm really torn as of what we would want to do. One thing that I can say is we will probably need to have some sort of contact to South America. Yeah, well, the experimental ammunition is really not important anymore. The bonus is actually not super hot. But it's the quickest way to Australia, like it's just via 2 bleeps. So might as well go for it. So South Africa. You know what? We do have a tower here. We just don't have enough intel to make contact. Elsewise we could immediately make contact. So we actually need intel to pull it off. And in the meantime, we can get a tower down here. 200 supplies already. Wow, oh, that's a lot. Okay, no, let's not do that yet. We do have a couple of options though. I think I just saw some intel on the map. Heal faster could be okay. Alien alloys. Yeah, here's the intel. So we could go for some intel. I think actually we're going to heal faster at the moment because we have a lot of our really prime class units in the hospital. So that's probably going to be the main focus for now. Nice. Look at that.
Maximum power consumption reached.
So we got ourselves this extra empty room. Of course, we want to continue building a power relay here. For the time being, whilst we're doing that, we need more energy. And the only way for us to really get more energy is by spending another engineer. And we could then build a couple of things. The infirmary, like I said, to decrease the amount of hours that or days that people are sick. Well, that's not bad. Plus, we could respec, which we wouldn't want to do. But I think we're going for the training center instead. Much faster. And with the help of 1 more engineer, we would have that in 12 days. Something that I'm actually looking forward, because we could spend a lot of our ability points right there. Once this power relay is up, by the way, we can remove this engineer again, and we could start getting into the really lower levels. So there we go.
Power relay now operational.
Avenger power increased by +10. That is just very, very, very good. So with +10, it effectively means you are available, and you are available, and no one would care. So we got some of our stuff with the excavation here, and down here we can begin to excavate even further. If we were to upgrade it, that's not worth it. Not yet. So let's speed up our projects here in the proving grounds again. But I know we have started to slack here. Like I said, another spider suit might be worthwhile. The frost bomb is going to be completely useless in this run through, because everyone is effectively going to be immune against it due to a running dark event. And I wouldn't go for experimental ammunition unless absolutely required. So probably after advanced explosives, we're taking the person out and helping to clear, because all of the other stuff is really not that needed that needed anymore.
This will prove
cool.
To have been an important
We got
breakthrough.
modular cannons, which means allows us to add an additional upgrade slot to all cannons. Psionics, great, but not what we're looking for. Instead, we're looking for Elerium, which we don't have enough Elerium crystals for, which then again means let's resume the research here in the meantime. The data pads to get some intel, and we certainly should go to the black market and see if we can get some Elerium.
Market is open.
And the answer is yes. By the way, superior perception is also such a nice PCS. Gosh. Now I'm miffed. I would want to buy that. But we're going to go with the Elerium. It's kind of the calmer approach. The superior perception is really good though. So back to research. Let's change the research topic again, and we're definitely going for Elerium, because that will net us bigger armor, stronger suits. Okay, so next up, let's take a look at our sick bay real quick, because we had been healing for a couple of days a bit faster. And we got the guys down to 10 to 12 days. So 6 more days with sped up healing will do the trick.
Avenger plotting new course.
There were some casualties during that last covert action.
Nice. Locate the stronghold, reveal the chosen stronghold mission on the Geoscape, and increase the faction to 2. That's perfect. We do have Zirkim here with +9 to dodge 9. That is really, really good. And we got mental fortitude. Our battle madness only lasts 1 round. That unfortunately doesn't include mind control, but panic, obsession, well, it's not bad.
our influence with the resistance.
Okay, so let's take a look. We have another resistance order. An additional 3 power on the Avenger. Oh, that's mad. We got enough power. Shotguns allowing an additional upgrade slot versus the standard variant. If it would be something else other than shotguns, I think I'd go for it. We can't go for part 3 yet. This here isn't too bad. Reusing the weapon upgrades infinitely means we can just switch out the modules. So that's probably something that we should do. Also, health plus 2 is just incredibly good. Oh, and here is a very oh well, yeah. Oh my God, so many good missions. Gosh, so priorities first. Reduce the Avatar project is always the first priority. Recruit the Reapers, that would be another Reaper in our ranks, which is a very seldom mission. So I think that might be even worth going for. That this year might even trump the breakthrough research with the weapon upgrades. So we're going to start with the Avatar progress, which some soldier will get will plus 4. Question is, who's that going to be? And I think the answer is going to be Zirkim again, because he's carrying a flashbang most of the time. He's going to go and do that together with a random soldier that was always there. Dominica Viga was so often on these missions and she never got a promotion other than squaddy. That kind of sucks. Let's use our skirmisher. And yeah, 9 days. I mean, that's not too bad.
We'll get the job done. Don't worry, Commander.
Yeah, that's not too bad. I think that's actually pretty decent. And look at this. Hidden event. Sabotage transmitter. Oh, the Chosens are much more likely to appear in combat. Or there's a risk of ambush on all combat mission, on all covered mission actions. Let me think that through. Let's shortly look at the dark events and really think through what the consequences is. This is not to be taken lightly. I know that this might you might ask yourself, why aren't we just like jumping into battle? Hold on for 1 second. This is actually going to be important. A risk of ambush on all covered actions means we will have multiple extractions that will all include the losts. So that's an extra source of experience almost, and the only downside is that we're going to be ambushed more. Well, fair enough. Chosens are much more likely to appear in combat. That greatly sucks. I mean, it's probably an awesome trait if you're willing to farm ability points, but I'm not seeing that we can kill one of the Chosens, because I wouldn't see how with 4 people we're ever going to destroy the sarcophagus, which I think has 50 or 80 hit points, and the hit points are even doubled on this on this game mode. So that's going to be like a massive hurdle to overcome to actually kill a Chosen. If we were to kill maybe 1 or 2 of the Chosens, and the third one would be regularly coming, and we could farm him for AP, I would say then yes, that's an okay one. But permanently having an increased chance that a Chosen is coming, I don't know. That sounds really brutal. And I don't know what's this, so this could be even more brutal. You know, this here is just free XP. These here could be ability points, but maybe also not. So here's the deal. I think I'm going to counter the Chosens are much more likely to appear, because I'm not sure if we can actually pull it off. 75 intel is worth less than an engineer, which we would be getting if we would be canceling this. The hidden event would be another option to cancel, but there the reward with 200 supplies is not really convincing. I think we're just going to do this and hack the hidden resistance computer.
Setting course for the Western European
Gosh.
Ward.
Would I have known that these dark events would be so terrifying? I would have maybe thought about not doing permanent dark events. They are really, really messy. Edgar Allan Poe. And wow, the rest of the team is wounded. Wow, that's great. That's really great. So we take kind of a C team specialist. That's not really good. And is our ranger even available? No. Wait a second. Am I missing something? Where's the ranger? Ah, there we go. I'm stupid. I just completely and 100% missed to spot him. Okay, so we got Edgar Allan Poe. We got Butcher. Ah, he's now called Butcher. That's why I haven't seen him. This is now his new nickname. Okay, so we got the same ranger and the same grenadier as from last mission. Unfortunately, the Dark Tower is still off, so we're going to go with a new specialist, and the guy that's actually going to kind of save the day is going to be Edgar Allan Poe. So that's your big mission, Edgar. I'm counting on you. You need to carry these fools. We'll give him the best possible equipment to do that. I think she already has the best possible equipment. Yep, her loadout is fine. Oh no, wait a second. We had a breakthrough for weapon upgrades, so this weapon actually needs some more help. So we got a repeater, and I mean a superior expanded magazine for it wouldn't be too bad. It would solve all of the issues with having not enough ammunition. That would be great. Yeah, maybe we're, you know what? Maybe we're actually going for it. We'll give our ranger the plus will. I think he already has will. Okay, never mind. We got a lot of plus will PCSs. I don't like them. They are usually pretty bad. But if you have nothing else, they are better than nothing. Okay, so with that, I think we're pretty well set up. Got our blue screen rounds as ammunition for everyone. Got a healing kit, 3 grenades, and a flashbang. Kind of a minimum equipment for what we're trying to achieve. And this is hopefully going to be a very, very successful mission. 4 men, hack the resistance computer, and we actually need to be successful on this mission because I really don't want the dark event to happen. So that's the strongest team that we can field at the moment. We haven't had a month's end yet, so we're still fighting against the same level of enemies. Advanced troopers, advanced shield bearers, advanced purifiers, advanced captains, advanced mechs. There might be specters and codices now. Most likely not a chosen one because we've just encountered one. But maybe the alien ruler is back with his Icarus suit. That might be a thing. Okay. Let's take a look. We start with yet another Elite Stun Lancer because the game really likes to give us extra units. Down here is the safe that we have to crack. And I'm almost 100% sure that with such a small map, we are going to run into enemies pretty soon.
Good copy. Moving on target.
We are going to keep the high ground, of course. Like, there's no disadvantage in doing that.
Position confirmed. Grapple out.
Spreading out a bit, getting better angles.
Moving to position.
That's a nasty pack, by the way. 2 times Viper Poison, plus the innate ability of an Archon to have defense. That can lead to a lot of problems hitting these guys.
Moving on target location. Scanning. On Overwatch.
That's affirmative.
Alright, time to move over. Let's see, if they continue to stay there, I think we could actually start taking them from here. So just out of curiosity, we can't see anyone. Okay, fair enough. Which means one more round of positioning all of our guys would probably be super helpful.
Head of their night.
Orders confirmed. Moving out.
All right. So.
Heading out.
I'm just positioning in on the high ground in range to these guys.
Eyes on the prize.
I don't think that they are going to move. They seem to be pretty static there. Alright. As I figured, they haven't moved at all.
Heading there now.
Very good. So, let us give Butcher here an 8 protocol. So once he triggers, he can shoot yet again. There is, by the way, a tower. We are not in hacking range, but just to keep it in mind, this here could mean we get a nice little bonus. So we Overwatch. We Overwatch twice down here. I'll keep the grenade still because I think we're going to use it. And I'd like to start with the Viper. Very solid damage. I'm just surprised that he didn't shoot. That was actually pretty bad. Can't hit all of them, that's the problem, but we could hit these two folks here.
I can handle that.
Again, the question that I'm asking myself is, shall we use a grenade for it? Probably not worth it. Like, that's 90% chance to hit him, and no. Let's just take lightning hand. Let's just shoot them normally. There's the first hit. There's the second hit. And with face off, we can kill one of them. There you go. One down. The Archon is injured. That's fine. Might as well also use suppression here to prevent her from spitting acid. I think from spitting poison. I think that's what I'm going to do, because that disables the ability to spit poison. Well, only disables it for as long as it's suppressed.
Deploying grapple.
One hit. 2 hits.
Back in.
I think we're focusing on the second Viper next. There we go, it's almost down.
Moving to position.
Moving over there. And this should fully kill it. In case you're wondering why I'm not healing our our sniper at the moment at Galleon Pony has taken 1 damage. I'm waiting to see if the poison would run off normally. We could heal up to 5, and he had a 100% chance of hitting the Viper, so that wasn't a problem either.
We're green to go.
These guys are incredibly tough to hit. So Stun Lancer, as always, tanks that guy. Takes a severe beating, and that's fine. Stun Lancer still stands.
The cavalry is here.
Nice, the poison is gone. Well, now it's time to kill the Archon before the cavalry is arriving.
Whatever you say.
Come on.
On the margins.
As long as this guy is always dodging, we're going to have an issue. Can we please execute him?
Only window.
I must say, lately the executions of our weapons have been pretty meh. Keep in mind, we have a 10% chance with every hit to instantly kill the enemy. But yet, we seem to have a bit of a problem doing that, actually. Archon is down to 8 hit points, by the way. And I think the Stun Lancer is going to die.
We've got Advent here.
Purifier and 2 of the elite, 2 of the elite troopers. Nice. We just dodged, by the way, and I found out why the 8 protocol is not helping. I was wondering, like, why the F is he not taking a shot again? I figured out why. Because we don't have threat assessment. Pretty simple explanation. We don't have our standard specialist here. So I was always thinking, like, why is this not giving him any benefit, any threat assessment benefit? It should. And then I realized, well, that's the problem. He doesn't have threat assessment. So we're falling a bit back just to spread out more. Let's kill the Archon. Are you serious? I mean, wow. How's that even happening? I think we're going to use the flashbang because I don't want to run into trouble.
Ready to engage.
Finally.
Did you see that one?
These guys are so tough.
Here I come.
Alright, there we go. That should give us one more round of time. Specifically since their movement range is severely hampered, we should be okay. So let's get back into... Oh, wait a second. There is an Overwatch. Let me take care of the Overwatch, please. There we go. Overwatch removed. Now, what we need to do is we need to get rid of the cover and get into a better position. Plus, remove his armor.
I'm going.
You don't need to be on high ground for that. Matter of fact, I think it is better to be in a solid spot down here.
Grenade out.
There we go. Well, that should put a massive hole in the whole building. Yep. The great part about it is we can now start to execute on it. Face off has just come off of cooldown.
It's killing time.
Unfortunate.
Let's do this.
So that's one down.
Who's keeping score? Running dry.
Two of them severely injured. And of course, we're running into yet another patrol. It's kind of this constant stream of battle. The notion of it won't stop. That's interesting.
I can't move.
I mean, so far we have very, very solid combat positions down here.
X-ray neutralized.
And if this wouldn't be burning, I would really appreciate to get into it. So Stun Lancer changes the front line a bit. And I think we're going to do the same here. But before we do so, let's make sure that we can kill this guy down here first.
No problem, boss.
Alright, moving in. 70% chance. And of course miss.
Adjusting aim.
Unfortunate to say the least. So, if we were to move to here, that would let us see all of them, and we would be in a very, very bad situation and could be flanked. Well, is there a place, for instance, like here? No, we only would be able to see two. I was hoping that there would be like a line of sight from here to him, because we need to still deal the damage, and I would really want our assault to be able to like take a spot up here and just fight these guys over there. Apparently that's not going to work. Could move over here and literally take a shot from a flank. There would be an advantage because these guys couldn't see me from up here, and I would be pretty close. So probably that's going to be one of the plays that that we can do. So Butcher runs in. Just need the necessary damage now. There we go. That was good. So how about we find some decent high ground spot, maybe up here.
No need to ask twice.
Stun Lancer moving up here as well, so he can be a target with 5 hit points. He's actually a pretty decent target. And look at that. Of course, I mean, so far it was constant battle, so how about we make it some more constant battle? Oh gosh, wow, that was a great grenade.
Damn, that stings.
Okay. Well, first things first, I want to consider to get a bit back at least. We still have plenty of rounds left. And this here looks like a very, very intense front line. What heck could serve as well? Let's hope. Gain control of all robotic enemies for 1 turn. Yeah, that's... Not for 35% chance. Stun Lance at 1%, at 1 hit point. So I'm thinking, I mean, we would want to get rid of that guy. That's a given, right? If we were to position ourselves here into full cover, That would still put us onto low ground in comparison to these guys, so they would always have a combat advantage. Not necessarily, because they would have also only limited amounts of cover, but they have a potential combat advantage. Every sort of clustering that we're going to do is going to look bad for us. He has 2 loads of of rockets, and he's going to use them. We can't run fast enough away from this guy, so we definitely need to take it down first. He's going to use his shield. That's fine. 3 extra hit points. He's going to mark and move on. He's going to mark and take a shot. And we got this lonely trooper here in front.
Seems doable.
So let's move into full cover. This here is going to address most of the armor issues. It strips them of 2 out of 3 armor, which is okay. We need to probably still get rid of the last piece of armor, but for now it's fine. And we really need to get into like this full cover position that I was talking about earlier. There we go. First damage for this guy.
Killing time.
That's another full cover position. We're most likely going to see the stun lancer die this turn. But that's okay. He served his purpose. I don't know, 13 hit points, 13 damage there, or about 10 damage with the trooper. I mean, the heavy mech is definitely more dangerous, but we can't kill it this turn. Still, I think shooting it and getting it down to half hit points might be worthwhile. Gosh, so much for full cover, right? So much for any cover. Well, we got lucky there, but I mean, that's an incredible amount of cover removal. Pretty well done. I was trying to spread them apart, but apparently failed. So it's time to heal up. And apparently time to waste an action. Wonderful.
The stress of battle is enough to get to anyone. When they get home, we'll have to give our soldiers plenty of time to rest.
Okay, so if we were to take a shot at him, Probably 2 shots will kill this guy. That's one.
Minimal damage.
And that's 2. Okay, so much for the heavy mech. Still need to get into full cover. Fortunately, we don't have implaceable with him yet. But you know what? We might still want to just use our stun lancer. Because why not? There we go. Stun lancer is again probably going to die now. But I said that before. So it's not going to be like a super surprising event when it happens. This here could be half cover. This here could be even better half cover, and that's why we're going to go over here. Because that's flanking and half cover and high ground. Nice. Shield removed and 8 points of hit point damage. That's pretty good. Right, that was the stun lancer. Definitely need to heal her next.
I'm under fire.
Alright, so could we grapple ourselves over somewhere? No, we can't. So, as for these guys, I mean, we need to kill one at a time anyways, right? So we do have 13 hit points here, 11 here. So it's gonna be a bit of a struggle. But I think we can counter heal. That's unfortunately the last healing, as I can see.
I'll get him next time. Fire over here.
I hate dark events. Again. And again and again. This here is a flanking position, one which cannot be flanked from the enemy. Posing this guy and getting him down to 9 hit points. Question is there going to be enough to actually kill him? If I were to go down here, that's 5 to 7.
Let's move already.
Moving over here, just to again use the flank. That might be a kill. Down to 1 HP. Which I think is very, very bad, so we might want to move. We have our grappling hook, so next turn we can change position. Actually, we can do it after this turn. Eliminating a threat is worth more than these cooldowns. And getting into the back of the threat, with like the world's longest grapple, is even worth more. Another face-off. Oh, there's the flank. I was forgetting that he could technically flank from there. Interesting. Don't actually know what happened down here, but a zoom towards this location is really, really frightening, because it means that there could be yet another pack. Okay, so I know someone who's not triggering Overwatch, right? Right.
Here I come.
And someone's just moving in here, standing in full cover and taking a nice little shot. Good job. So afterwards, let's move over here. Still half cover. Flanking, high ground, take another shot. Fortunately, we're dealing such a low amount of damage. Gosh.
Seems doable.
Right, moving up, not flankable position, another 100% shot. It's not possible. We can't, really, we can't hit him. Wow. I call bullshit on that. I mean, such a low damage for F's sake. Overwatch, and let's hope that he moves. He does move. He of course has a grenade left over. And there's another flanking shot.
I'm taking fire. Fire spreading.
Okay, we have 13 more rounds, and it's not looking pretty, guys. Matter of fact, it's looking pretty devastating. Half of the city is crumbled in ashes. We're constantly battling. And for what it's worth, these guys keep coming.
Finally. Yeah, I didn't get it.
Okay, so just to not miss the shot again, taking high ground here.
Taken care of. Could use some ammo over here.
It's killing time.
What an incredibly absurd fight. So we fought,
No problem.
fought a pack, a very difficult one. Got reinforced upon. Got another patrol, and then got
Ready to go.
got yet another patrol upon them, and we were fighting like two pads at the same time throughout the whole combat.
Objective located. Ready to go. Moving to position.
Why? Why would I be moving there? Gosh. Okay. Edgar Allan Poe needs an 8 protocol. Luckily for us, codices are mostly going to use Psionic Bomb at the beginning.
Who's got a med kit?
Wow, the map is, it's the end of the map here. We can only go into open cover if we'd like to fight the Codex. Do we still have grenades left over? No, of course not. What a stupid question. We have nothing left over because we were fighting the whole time and yet another pack appeared. It's somewhat funny. So this here would only deal 5 to 7 points of damage, unfortunately not modified by blue screen rounds, of course. Moving here, with 9 hit points, I don't want to expose her in the open. We have face-off, so that could be helpful. And we have a way to grapple out, technically. But we could also just, like, stand in a position where we would hit all of them. That could be a thing. Like over here, for instance. No. I like the idea of Shadowfall. Could give us a nice little concealment. I like the idea of face-off as well. I like the idea of high ground here. Unfortunately, we would lose it once we're going down here. So question is really, what's our first target? And I think we should go for the Vipers and ignore the Codex for now. And the reason why I think that is the Codex is actually not doing all too much damage. The Vipers, on the other hand, can deal a lot of damage. I don't want to be moving in either. Problem here is both of the Vipers have pretty decent positions. So if I was to be moving over here, I would be moving over there. Yeah, there's really no perfect position. It's a difficult nut to crack. How about something inside here? Dropping down could be a thing. Dropping down, moving to here could be a thing. Two shots onto the Viper, onto this Viper. Yeah, that could actually work. Question is, how are we going to kill the Viper? You know what? Let's get a bit aggressive here. Reload first. And this here will get us into a half cover. Of course, the Viper dodged, unfortunately. This here is a 75% chance to hit it, and the only Viper, I mean this Viper here could afterwards like get into range and then flank me. 12 hit points should still be enough. Moving to here would give me a cover spot and would probably let me get out of range. Yep. That's a proper position, I like it. This will provoke an attack of an Overwatch shot, but that's fine. We still, Galleon has still way too many hit points, so to speak. There's the first hit, and this here might make him conceal. No, it doesn't. That's a problem. I was hoping it would. Which means we're taking another bet here. Moving up, high ground. And there's the kill.
You know that was good. Negative ammo, I'm set.
Decent teleport.
Cover the flanks. Taking fire over here.
It would have hit in between 3 and 5 points of damage, so we wouldn't have been killed. But it's positive to see that it hasn't hit. Let's remove the Overwatch. Very good. We're taking the high ground, and I want to make sure that we can hit this guy for as hard as we possibly can. 13 is fine, because with a face-off, we might be able to kill everyone now. Down. Another critical hit. Pretty solid. I think we can't kill the other codex.
I'm ready.
What we could do though is slowly move up, because standing in the open doesn't really help. Now that's a flanking shot, orb psi bomb. But that's half cover, so pretty bad position to teleport in. It should have teleported in here.
At least we know we need some help.
Interesting, so it's binding us, which by itself is pretty much okay. The interesting part is more that with doing so, it removed its cover. Alright, here we go. Moving in.
Impressed yet?
Moving to position.
Edgar Allan Poe moves into position and finishes this charade. Finally.
Positive confirmation. Area secured.
Go, go, go!
Here I come. Ready to go.
It was harder than I would have
Positive
expected.
confirmation. Area secured.
Good copy. Moving on target.
I mean, seriously, there had been mistakes in pulling the last pick, for instance. That was not good. This here would be really, really good. That's also not bad. Let's go with the scanning time, because I think 26% are not going to happen. Yeah, that's pretty okay. So I was about to say, I mean, ultimately, yes, we could have probably done that better,
Status
no
confirmed.
question.
All hostiles
Specifically,
are
the
down
last
and the
pull
area is
wasn't
secure.
that good. But overall, it was pretty okay for the circumstances. I mean, we had 15 enemies, like, literally non-stop coming for us. And at times I wasn't sure how many enemies were still left. So for having a halfway newbie team, it was pretty okay. I could definitely see the difference between Edgar Allan Poe, who very much was super active, could jump around the map from A to B, had extremely high mobility, and was pretty much the MVP of the last fights, and the rest of the crew. Alright, laser aside, and a couple of corpses, which makes sense. 75 intel, which is very, very good. In the dark event, Wild Hunt, which was the appearance of a lot of the chosen ones. So, countering that certainly has helped. A soldier, wow, that I think I'm going to investigate the soldier, because it soldier means a high tier, so highest level that we currently could field, a high tier soldier. We got 90 intel, which I think we can use to make contact very soon.
Avenger plotting new course.
Let's get the soldier first, and then we can make contact. So advanced explosives upgrades a couple of the bombs that we're anyways not using. We are not going to go for experimental grenades, because there is really none of them which would help us. I'm thinking about getting the bolt caster. But the weapon itself with only 4 people is just so bad. Yeah. You know, I mean, if Elerium crystals wouldn't be that valuable, I would buy build another spider suit because it really performed quite well. But I think we're going to leave it at that. We can go for experimental ammunition.
Sounds good, Commander.
Mainly
I'll let you know as soon
because
as the project is ready for deployment.
it could be armor piercing or Talon rounds. Then it would be something that we can use. Everything else would be completely useless. Training center, 6 more days, guys. The recent act of sabotage by the Chosen has instilled a number of our troops with a fear of our pursuers.
Commander,
Well,
we
thank
need to
you.
keep an eye out for the Chosen sabotage attempts. We don't have any more time to lose.
That means probably that half of the guys now have even stranger habits. Apparently no one here has gotten it. Well, Dark Tower already had
I
it.
don't mince words when it comes
Stingle
to
already had it.
and the skirmishers are no different. I don't
Shriek
trust
just
them,
received
and I don't
it.
like sending my people out
Charlie
hand-to-hand
just
with
received it. Oh my god.
That said,
Fear of the Chosen.
them.
Everyone
Definitely
has
loyal
it.
to the commander, and they could put up a hell
Well,
of a
good
fight.
luck. Not even sure if we can remove all of that. Well, the easiest way to remove Fear of the Chosen is to just kill the fucking Chosen, and there is no one to be afraid of. Oh, nice. We got a ranger. Remember how we lost our last ranger and now we got a captain? That's pretty good. Let's take a look, guys. Nice. High level ranger. It's the wrong colors on, but the rest is cool. I like it. Toby here. Toby Gunner Ellis. Run and gun, yes please, and implaceable. Oh yeah, hell yeah, pretty good. I love it. Wow, that was pretty helpful. As for the classes, we do have 2 grenadiers. Remaining grenadiers are, oh no. Wait a second. The Grenadiers were actually the ones that we had the most of. We have 4 Grenadiers. 4 pretty good Grenadiers. We now have 3 good Rangers. We do have 2 Sharpshooters. That's pretty much it. And we do have 3 Specialists. Which is fine. Dark Tower could use some level up. But yeah, we are double to triple kind of staffed in all of the roles. Great, just what we needed. Let's get the intel.
Avenger
4
plotting
days
new
is
course.
bargain. Might as well just get the extra intel.
I have made a number of interesting discoveries, Commander.
Perfect, we just got the Elerium. And that means powered armor, right? Commander, we made an astonishing breakthrough. We must begin to research spare parts 1 immediately. Otherwise, the opportunity will be lost. Let's get the Viper autopsy instantly.
Although I find it unusual, to say the least.
Battlefield medicine, that's a pretty good one, which we might want to do. So, back to the research that we were talking about, breakthrough. All proving ground projects will have a cost reduced by 20%. What the F? I mean, yeah, I can see how that could be useful. I could see how this could be useful in order to save some Elarium. Since we don't have that much Elarium, I mean for the armor, yes. But we are already far behind the research curve. So I don't know. I can always buy Elarium for Intel, and we have enough ways to get Intel. So I think we're going with powered armor. It's 19 days, and it's really going to make a difference because we are going to have so much more hit points.
Begins immediately, Commander. I'll contact you when I have a full report available.
What can I do for you, Commander?
Let's choose a project here, and let's use Battlefield Medicine as well.
We'll get started right away, Commander.
That should be our priority. 12 days. And I'm okay for the 12 days to assign an extra engineer here, because Battlefield Medicine makes the medkits heal a lot more hit points, so that effectively means that the medkits are way stronger, and that's a good thing because at the moment the medkits are almost not keeping up with the immense amount of hit points that we're having.
Although we prefer to work alone, sometimes it helps to have backup. We could use your help, Commander.
Well, look at that. Recover resistance operative. It's an engineer plus 72 intel. What a coincidence. Intel is what we need, and intel is what we get. That's indeed a coincidence. We're going to see you, I'm going to see you in the next mission, guys. So stay tuned, and if you liked it, give it a thumbs up, and always leave a comment down below. I like the interaction and like to hear from you. So take care and have a great day.